Mike to hang up his call here.
Hold on.
Hang up the phone. Hang up the phone, Hollywood.
So I got in this debate with my family just now because my kids were saying, Dad, you know, Scott's one of your best friends, and you gotta get up and say something. And I said, well, I'm going to, but I want to do it tomorrow. And they reminded me, Gail, how much of a planner you are, and the schedule for tomorrow is so detailed. So I want to kind of jump ahead to tonight. And as I said when we did the intros, I've known Scott since high school. And Scott and I, we have such a history of, we've been in a lot of classes together, we were on the football team together. And I keep joking with Scott, we have a cottage down the road from one another. And I keep telling Scott to don't screw it up. and
That's not what he said you said.
Different adjective.
And even Mike and I in the rehearsal part, I said, well, he's still one day away from...
It's not done.
And the reason being is...
It's not too early to fall out of the car.
You know, Gail, when we met you, I mean, Scott, you know, we've spent so many nights sitting around the campfire up in Ludington. And Scott would talk about, you know, he had dates and so forth, and then he said he's bringing Gail up. And Gail, you really blew us away. I mean, Amy, her quote kept saying, "Is she for real?" I mean, really, it's just, I mean, you're stunning. You know, you have such class. I'll never forget the first time you came up. You know, she brought us some Garrett's popcorn, and it's just, there was so much thought behind it, and this is a wonderful touch of class, and this whole wedding is going to represent that same class. And, you know, knowing Scott, as long as I have, I'd say, Scott, don't screw this up, don't screw this up. But the reality, in all seriousness, Gail, you have an absolute, really a gem of a guy. You know, Scott, throughout high school, Scott was always the dad of the group. I mean, literally, we'd go out on Friday night, and we'd all want to stay out, but Scott would need to leave early because he was in a men's board game club. And he'd meet somewhere in Lincoln Park at like 8 a.m. to play board games. Yeah, and you know, while we were all kind of screwing off and so forth, Scott had really the first job from all of us, you know, amongst all of us, at Kentucky Fried Chicken. But there's so many things, Scott, really about you. He was always ahead of his time in terms of maturity. You know, when he went to, you know, he worked so hard. He was a captain of our football team. I mean, this guy, I mean, Scott was the first guy at practice every single day, the last guy to leave, the first guy to help every other